Today we published our latest economic commentary. It includes 3 different articles, one on Scottish exports, one on the experience of Czechoslovakia and its monetary union, and the third one on the links between economic policy and the energy system. We also discuss the challenges of delivering regional inclusive growth in Scotland and the UK. It also contains our latest assessment of economic conditions in Scotland and the outlook for the next 3 years. As we discussed in our last commentary, back at the start of the summer, in recent months we have seen evidence of a pickup in the rate of economic growth in Scotland after a challenging couple of years. Last week's Scottish growth figures show the economy expanded by 0.5% over the 3 months to June. This followed revised growth of 0.4% in the first 3 months of the year. Over the year as a whole, to June 2018, this was the fastest growth we've had since late 2014, early 2015. And the Scottish economy has outpaced the UK for the last 2 quarters. Overall, growth has been relatively broad-based, with most sectors of the economy expanding. On balance, we forecast that, subject to a reasonable conclusion to the Brexit negotiations, the economy will continue to grow relatively steadily this year by around 1.3% and by 1.4% next year and the year after. While we remain cautiously optimistic, growth is likely to continue to remain below trend, and many of the long-term structural challenges that we've spoken about before, such as weak productivity and regional inequality, still remain. So what is behind our assessment? First, some of the upturn is undoubtedly cyclical and comes in the back of a challenging couple of years. So the overall story of relatively fragile growth hasn't really changed. Second, the oil and gas sector continues to show signs of recovery, with oil now at around $80 a barrel, much higher than the less than $30 a barrel we saw back in early 2016. Thirdly, while there's undoubtedly Brexit heightened uncertainty, many businesses appear to be looking through such concerns and are getting on with day-to-day activities. But this is clearly fragile. And as our commentary shows, the apparent lack of contingency planning amongst many is a significant concern. So overall, the greatest risk to our forecast remains the possibility of a no-deal outcome to the Brexit negotiations. Now, whether you agree or disagree with the decision to leave the EU, and irrespective of the nature of the final settlement to be agreed, it is essential that we have an orderly transition. And as the Chancellor, the Governor of the Bank of England and Head of the IMF have all warned, crashing out of the EU in March next year with no agreement in place has the potential to cause serious disruption to the UK and Scottish economies. So to enable firms to prepare and develop contingency plans, it is vital that a deal is reached. Should this require more time to negotiate a workable solution, then so be it. Delaying Brexit or extending the Article 50 process, but maintaining the same overall transition period, may be politically unpalatable for some, but it may be essential to protect jobs and livelihoods. We hope you enjoy reading the latest commentary.